Sound check. There we go. Almost ready. Like this. Hey Cars, good to see you. Welcome in. It's a bit earlier than normal. Hope you're doing well. And let's see if I can do this one. Straight into, oh yeah, let's collect the price as well. 169th, I'll take that. And I am struggling so much to get into the 217s on this one. Me and Spa, that is something else. Hey, Dead Dave, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being a member for 31 months, and I hope you're doing well. It's been a while. I know you're busy. And yeah, but as I was saying, that Spa one, really needs some work from me, and I will try to go a bit more on this one until it ends, because I really need to learn that silly track. Everyone else seems to be so good at it, and I'm just struggling. But today, it's this one. And by the way, Dave, in case you are interested, this week's Daily Race A is at Tokyo, the central track, the one we also had very often on GT Sport, and it's in the Mark 1 Golf GTI, so that would definitely be a race for the the Dead Dave, I know. Spa is tough on the controller, yeah, it certainly is. And the same goes for Laguna Seca. I've been struggling, and in the same car, also in the Porsche, I've been struggling so much to even get a somewhat decent time in on that one. I cannot do it, but I hope I can do this one. Of course, we've got Calster up there already with Dan right behind, and it's still early doors, so let's have a look. But we have a controller player we can follow, so let's go and have a look. Let's go and have a look. And I can stream for, around 2.5 hours. I think around noon I have to call it a day. But until then, let's just have some fun. Right. Yeah, this is a slidey boy, this one. Hey Wessel, good to see you. Here for the fun, good to hear. All right, let's see. We might have to break a bit early. There's that small orange square. Yeah, that's a good one. Let me see if I can find that coming in at speed. But you can see it right at the left of the screen, so it's well before the 100 board. I'm going to try to use that small orange square. Wait a minute. I haven't put on the camera. That was my mistake. Hang on for a moment. I forgot about that. Where is it? There it is. I just forgot, but there it is. I hope I don't scare anyone away. Right, back to this. So third gear, yeah. I was busy fiddling around getting the stream running, so I forgot to turn on the camera. Yeah, so look for that orange square on the brakes. A bit of second for rotation. Back up to third. And now let's see. It's usually around that bit of tarmac, but it has to be earlier in this car, I assume. Yeah, more likely around the 100 board, it seems like. Just be patient around this bit, staying in third gear. Don't go full throttle. And you can really see it's very much about 90% throttle sometimes coming out of those corners. And notice how long you have to wait for the car to settle. Calster is coasting for like half an hour. So it's a tiny bit of braking, and then it's just coasting, now back onto the power. You're in. Good stuff, Dave. I haven't done any races. I was trying to set a time on race C, and I got so depressed at how bad I was at doing it. So it just put me off, and then I've been working. But yeah, it looks fun, but it's as carnage as ever. We've got that weak slipstream, which is the same as strong slipstream, so there's no escaping the pack in that one. I saw Rory do it yesterday. I forgot to see where we need to brake. Hang on, let me concentrate. Right, so we've got the first arrow, the 100 board, and the second arrow, and it maybe even has, I need to pick a point before the second arrow, because otherwise I am going to overshoot that with my slow reaction. Second gear out of that. Now coming down the hill, there's a 100 board, there's that, it looks like some sort of radio antenna post on the inside. We are past the 100. And we are on the brakes. What can we even? I think it is going to be around the 100 board. In my case, I'm going to use that as a reference. We'll see once we start driving. Oh, hang on. Just really be patient with this bit. Are we back up to third? Yeah. So much throttle control involved in this. Let it coast. Don't come back onto the power too violently. Use second for rotation. Back up to third. Still playing with the throttle. I bet this is one of those cars where once you think, I'm safe, I can fully put down the power, then the car will step out. So it's one of those. Let's get driving. Get some coffee. Cheers. All right. Let's see what I can do with this. Let's jump into a rental. Let's pick a red one. And here we go. Put up Calster's Ghost. Hey Van Helsing, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Alright, first run on this. Wish me luck, I'm going to need it. Hey Baz, good to see you. I've only seen 2 people crash in real life. One was M3. Yeah, I can imagine. So even that was a bit too late. Oh, got too excited there. Doesn't feel too bad, this car. I was expecting it to be worse, to be honest. Oops, there we go. Now just wait. Yeah, I overshot that. Okay, so closer to the 100 board, I think. That was well early. That was too early, on the other hand. Lifted a bit earlier, I think. Ooh, heavy car. There we go. I want to see how far off I am at this moment, and then I can say hello in the chat as well. Hello to Joe King, good to see you, and hello to Go Mario and Stefan. Good to see you all. Right, so that was the first lap, and it is gold just about, and it is very early today, so we're just going again with Seacaster with a 201.8, and then we are going down the order. So let's move on. We are only just in the 204s, but yeah, we go again. Seems like this is sort of manageable still, this car. Right, so I can use that orange square, that small orange square, but I need to brake a bit before it. Not that one, but this one. Maybe I should have upshifted, hit the limiter. I was too busy looking after the orange square. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I can use more of the track than this. Oh, brake too late. I forgot to really look for a brake marker for that one, but has to be a bit earlier. I'll just wait for the car to settle itself. Oh, still struggling a bit to get the power down. Okay, let's try the 100 just after the 100 this time. Yeah, that works better. Lost some time there. a slight improvement. Not my favorite car track combination. It's a tricky track. Hey, Divine, good to see you. And Calster is on controller. Yes, definitely. So no excuses for me. He is insanely fast. He definitely is. Right. But we are improving a bit. I didn't miss anyone, I think. Yeah, I said hello to you all. Otherwise, shout at me in the chat. Let's try one more gear this time. Ooh! It's almost too much. That was better before. Yikes. Getting understeer. Plenty of it. Just after the 100. Okay. Oh, 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 oh. Right, still climbing downwards. Hey Woody, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Let's just carry on for a bit. Yeah. Didn't overshoot the entry this much this time. Oh, I did that again. Got away with it somehow. Oi, that was not good. Tiny bit too late that one. Just after that 100, roughly. Oh, I thought I could pull it off. Hey, Jackson, good to see you. Morning, Spanner King and Spanner King's chat. Yeah, road car. It usually alternates between road cars on road tires, or yeah, some sort of car on road tires and some sort of car on race tires from week to week. Hey Rex, good to see you. What are we talking about? Oh, had a weird ear infection for the last couple of weeks. Balance is off a bit at the moment. All the best to you, Woody. Hope it goes away very soon. It is so uncomfortable. I tried it a couple of years ago. It wasn't because of an ear infection. It was because of some nerve tension in my neck. So got it sorted the same day. Almost felt like magic, but I was so dizzy. Whenever I turned my head in a certain angle, the entire room was spinning, and it was during summer, so I had those summer shows to play, and yeah, I was in a bit of trouble there, but managed to get it sorted. Don't get too excited. You can see how much the rear end of Calster's Ghost is moving about as well. Now we've got some traction. So just after the 100. Yeah, I didn't really want to go too much on that inside curb because it usually unsettles the car. It's not as bad in this car, it seems, but some of the race cars, at least, they really don't like it going onto that bit. Oi. Now I'm getting this line all sorts of wrong. This entire last sector at this track feels like one big consecutive corner. And almost in the 203s. And everything you do coming into one corner affects the next corner. So yeah, basically right after the hairpin and that ghost reset, all the following corners all the way to the finish line is some tricky stuff. Hey Starters, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Left a like and lurking. Thank you very much for that. Right, let's just carry on. Oh, brake too late. Stupid. That was rather costly. Hit the limiter as well. This lap is gone, but let's just keep it going just for the practice. really gained some time this time around, and then I lost it again coming in too hot to this bit. Okay, so look at that. That optimum time. There's some cleaning up to do. It was my ear that killed my balance, not the bottle of whiskey. I have enough trouble with race cars, and my old man finger dexterity. Road cars are impossible. No idea how you do it, but you always do. Thank you very much. I try my best. And you're doing well, Stardust. Good to hear. Good to hear that. Right. Yeah, I think I caught everything. Just before the small square. Yeah, that was a better run out of turn 1 already. Just around the 100. Oh, that was a bit too much. Can we save this? Yeah, compromise the line into this. Now you will see me struggle to make up for it. But I did overshoot this one last time around. Or maybe that was the lap I just did. I think it was. So that's not going to help me. Wow, lost a lot of time there. We are going into the 2. Yeah. All right, let's jump off for a moment. Hey, Debo, and hey, Calster. Chasing your ghost as always. And as usual, a really good time you've got there already. I've got quite some work to do still. You got your first world record. Oh, right. So the time from the one that just ran out, I suppose, is that from like 2 weeks ago? It must be. But congratulations. Good stuff. No one stole it from you at the last minute. Right, let's go again. Hat races, Stefan. The master one, yeah, exactly. That was... You were really fast on that one. I was trying my best. That cheeky L shooter. He tried it, I knew he would. That's why you improved it. Ah, good stuff. Someone tried to snipe you at the last minute. Yeah, I can imagine. Anyway, let's try again. Oh, the rev limiter is right there. I actually just grazed it. Throttle was an on-off switch. It was so tricky, that one, Woody. Oh yeah, and Dead Dave, in case you don't know, Calster also qualified for the finals in the manufacturers. So there's another thing to congratulate. Right, just before that square. That was maybe a bit too early this time. Usually a bit too late. Yeah, that was costly. Let's just keep going. Right, just brake a bit, let it coast for like half an hour, and then we can try to accelerate. Oh, I just induced some lovely understeer. That's why I need to coast a bit more. Yikes. Yeah, and on controller, exactly. I was lifting a bit too late and overshot that one. Okay, at least we can accelerate out of here. I think it's gone. It's gone. Hey, Just a Man, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I did say hello to you, Debo. Yeah, I think I did. But yeah, I expect a guide coming out for this from Calster anytime soon during this morning or early afternoon. And in the meantime, you can watch this old man try my best on the same combination. That was really slow. Oh, I'm completely messing this part up now. Just after the 100. Now just let it roll into the corner. Oh, this is too tight because I'm going to struggle to get some proper acceleration coming out of that double right-hander back there. Remember to brake this time. Oi. Right. That's too late. Braking too late. Ah, that's a shame. Cost me some speed going on the grass just before I went over the line. That was a lot of wheel spin. Off we go. Oh. See you, Dave. Thank you for dropping in. Nice to see you. Don't work too hard. You busy man. You're doing the challenge right now, currently. Good luck, Liao. Gotta go work, enjoy the racing. See you all later. Yeah, thank you. Okay, what can we do? What can we do? Break a fraction earlier for that one, and now I'm getting too eager to make up for it, and you can see how much time you can lose just through those few corners. This is where I got a huge amount of wheel spin. All right. Too much wheel spin. Too much grass. Car is trying to kill me. I got that wrong. listening while at work might give this a go later. Thank you, Stefan, for listening, and and good luck later. I'm sure you'll get a good time on this one, and you will probably beat me as well. Oh. Oh, no. I messed that up by doing some weird steering. It's so easy to end up going off the racing line through this twisty bit. Yeah, I lost everything. Just have to go again. Too early. So it also ended up being a bit too narrow on the entry. Too much wheel spin. Right. Stayed in second for a bit longer just to keep the car rotating. Now lift. Oh, that was a bit too late because now we cannot go fully on the power out of that corner. Tiny improvement. Felt like I was braking pretty much spot on, but I still didn't really get the exit right. Less wheel spin. Yes, please. Ooh, that's a lot better. Lost a bit there. And that was awful. I was trying to push it a bit too much, braking a bit later, and then that just messed it up. And now this entire section is suffering from it. Getting a better run out of this. Yeah, that could have been a much bigger improvement, that one. May as well start your day now, Rob. Ah, there you are, Rob. You are killing me. It's 4:20 a.m. Yeah, I gotta sleep. Yeah, but thank you for smashing the like button. I hope my notification didn't wake you up. All right. So a tiny improvement, but it should have been a much bigger improvement. Let's keep going. Just before the 100. Oh no, I'm getting too excited now. But this was quite good on the previous run, to be fair. And then I threw it away later. Oh, now the wheel spin is back. Very costly. I'm not going to gain this time back. I think I might just restart this one. May as well start your day now, Rob. Yeah, let's do a restart. And since it is very early, I might have to go and have a look at the leaderboard, see if anything has changed. But I sort of liked following Calster's Ghost because just knowing that it's a controller Ghost I'm following makes it easier for me to believe that I should be able to do at least some of it as well. Almost got too much wheel spin again. Wheel spin and rev limiter, I think. Messed up the line out of that. So now that got too tight and this got a bit awkward, but we're still hanging. Sort of hanging on. Now Calster is really running away, and I'm going sideways and overshooting that bit. We might be able to get a good run over the finish line, unless I jump around on the curves and go on the grass. Nope! Maybe you should put a livery on the car. It normally saves 2 or 3 tenths. Yeah, exactly. Hey, Jill, good to see you. Another fast driver in the chat. And hey, Pumalello, good to see you as well. I hope you're doing well. Let's hit the brakes. Almost overshot it. Improving by exactly 1/10. Too much wheel spin. All right. Yeah, I got the wheel spin again. Shame. Better run out of that one. Ooh, on the move. Hey, Damo, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Looks boaty. Yeah, as always. Tires are screaming at every corner. Yeah, 1/10 can be the difference between gold and silver. You are right about that. Now, currently in the top 1.67%. Let's go and have a look at this one. Where is this? Oh yeah. Maybe just save the replay just to make sure we've got it. Right. Let's go again. Let's go again. Oh, this corner. The Japanese really have a thing with off-camber corners. They seem to love them. They are both on the original tracks and on the real, on the fictional tracks and on the real life tracks. That was what I was trying to say. Some wheel spin a tiny bit. I didn't get that one right. Too much. That wide line through the double right-hander really cost me some time. Okay. I would have to check the data log by now. Yeah, good point. I'm still trying to learn exactly what I'm looking at when I'm looking in the data logger. Oh. That's too late. It is a beautiful car, this. Also the first M3 to not have an inline-6 engine. And I remember all the purists back then thinking this was sacrilegious putting a V8 in it. Since then they have been downsizing instead of upsizing constantly. So also the M5, after peaking with that crazy V10 engine, they went back to V8 and then down to a 6-cylinder again with a lot of turbochargers and hybrid systems instead. And yeah, that's just the way things are going. And I'm driving awfully at the moment. Too much. Struggling to keep the car on the line. The racing line, that is. Oh, the oversteer. Working for a bit, lurking. Last Sunday, Bathurst. I only saw like 10 seconds of that, but I can imagine. Also, I didn't really get to see any of the nations' races, any streams. Because I was working, and I think I saw maybe a tiny bit of the last slot with Digit, but once I got home, I opened my YouTube and saw all the notifications, and I saw all the streams had just ended, so just missed that. That's just how it goes. I remember I saw a bit of Calster's stream, to be honest. Hearing him saying, I'm not doing that one again, because he got a really good result in that attempt. Now concentrate on this. Should have slowed it down a bit more before I released the brakes completely. That really cost me that stupid mistake. Doing. What am I even doing? Okay, just before the square. For the 100. Oi. That got a bit scary. didn't get the run out of this one. But I am getting a good run out of that one. So, a tiny improvement. I actually think I should be able to sneak into the 202s. Maybe not on this stream, but let's try to get close at least. I'm getting close to running out of coffee. Let me just save this one. There we go. Right. I need some fresh coffee. Let me just let the replay run for a moment. And then I will be back in just a second. Just managed the 203.8 after a few laps. That will do me. Tricky combo with the weight transfer. Good stuff, Divine, and also a very good time after such a short run. It took me it took me some time to even get used to this craziness. But yeah, right. I'm actually interested in trying to. I cannot remember how to do this. We've got that one. Then I can do like this, right? And do like this. I'm not going to stay here for like forever. I'm just going to see if I can understand some of it. Okay. But But you can, oh, that's a gear change, right? So is Calster staying? In that gear? I don't know. Okay. No, that was just an upshift. Sorry. It was just going faster than me. Now we are almost braking at the same time. Maybe I'm braking slightly later. And you can see Calster is getting the line sort of right there. So, yeah. Can be a bit earlier on the power. Got some gear changes there. And yeah, I am braking a bit early compared to Calster. But I'm actually able to, and that it looked like at coming out of that particular corner, I might have been gaining a tiny bit. Yeah, I actually was gaining a bit there, but then it all goes. This is sort of, I'm braking a bit early. Just trying to spot anything. This is usually where and I am a bit on off the brakes, coasting a bit back on the power, and Calster is more consistently just braking a tiny bit there and then coasting there. Something must be going wrong for me at some point. Yeah. At this point, Calster is carrying more speed than me. So now for the hairpin. We're braking almost at the exact same time. And Calster is coasting a bit. I'm trying to come onto the power, and that might cost me on the exit. Yeah, now I've got that 18 people watching, covering what's happening at the corner of the screen. It will go away in a moment. Yeah, exactly, Divine. 80% power. Hey, Morgs, good to see you. And some light braking. It all kind of clicked. Throttle control and light braking is key. Yeah, exactly. It's very often is that once you try to put the final bit of power down and the car is still not gained fully grip because you're doing a corner and it's sliding a bit, then it will instantly step out, even though you think, I've got this now. Yeah, Calster is going a bit faster. And now the entire final sector, now you'll see me messing up. There's a gear change. We're braking roughly at the same time. I am letting go of the brakes a bit earlier. But yeah, so at the moment I'm actually carrying a bit more speed, but that is going to change very soon, I think. Because I don't really get the line right. I'm trying to get onto the power, but you can see Calster is carrying more speed than me already. I'm not going to pretend that I understand everything of this. I'm just trying to see. But yeah, this is me braking, then coasting a bit on the power, braking again, and Calster is definitely doing a more consistent job of that one. I'm doing a bit of everything all the time around those corners. And that's me braking. Calster is just coasting for this bit. So that, but really timing that better. And also, that's me braking a bit early. But then I'm coasting a bit, braking again. And I'm still braking because the car is running away from me a bit as Calster is coasting and ready to get onto the power. So now we should have some speed difference. And once again, we've got the 23 watching. Yeah. And Calster's running away. All right. I'm not going to pretend I understood much more of that one. Hey, Jay, good to see you. Hope you're doing good. And yeah, I said hello to you as well, Morgs. Carry more speed. Exactly. Let's try again. Do we have any changes? No, we're just going with Calster still. But fully understanding the data logger, that's a whole new task I need to unlock. Ooh, that was one of the better runs out of that hairpin at least. No braking this time, just lifting. Oh, too much sideways action going on. A tiny improvement despite all the shenanigans. And hello to you, Chris. And German Kiwi as well. Welcome in. This could be a fun daily race with this car on this track. Probably carnage, but it could be fun. Okay, let's carry on. Oh, that was such an awful run over the line. I'm just going to oh, I should have saved the replay. Never mind. The car is a bit heavy, a bit slidey, but manageable, I'd say. I was expecting it to be worse. That was not a good turn one. It's gone! Much better than the SU7. Yeah, exactly. What a magnificent lump of craziness that was. Heavy lump of craziness. I didn't enjoy that time trial one bit. I just made sure to secure a time that would stay gold, and then I went out of there. I had zero fun doing it. Just got annoyed by it. That was a really slow turn one. Once again, I was braking a bit too late. Ooh, just about stayed on the track. Not nearly as good an exit this time. Sorry, thought my phone was ringing. That was just awful. Take care. Take care, Kiwi. Thanks for stopping by. Have fun setting a time that will frustrate me. Thank you. I'll do my best. Hey, Sticky. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, manual cars over automatics any day. I totally agree. Especially those one-gear electrics. I don't have anything against electric cars in general, but they are not that fun racing. Trying to go fast in. They are very good at quiet, comfortable, everyday driving. But not really fun to go fast in, where you're used to having use the gears both as speed reference and use them to make the car do what you want it to do. None of that is available. Almost forgot to brake. Or, in fact, I did forget to brake. I was thinking about something else. Never mind this lap. This lap is gone. Cutting way too much. I'm now doing a 204.4 on manual shift. Hey, good stuff, Storm, and well done. You're getting better and better at that manual shifting. Too much on the grass. And I was too early on the power out of the final corner. Yeah, I can imagine being bad for auto shift. I know I can go faster than this. Let's try again. Not a very good run across the finish line to begin with. And I forgot to brake, sorry. Got distracted by my own lack of skills there for a moment. Chris Cower got a gold medal at Red Bull Ring after watching my stream. Ah, that's good to hear. That's what makes this fun to do as well, when it can sometimes also help other people. I'm really glad to hear that. I think at some point I might just back out of this and go and watch Calster's replay once more. Both to sort of give myself a tiny break from this and also see if there's anything I'm forgetting. Hey Nilsson, good to see you. Just before the 100. Trying too hard now, so pushing the car off its line. Now just lift. Maybe I lifted a bit too late. I think I did. Ooh, 203.303. That's a lot of threes. Yeah, I overshot the entry a bit. You know what? I think we're definitely going again. Hey, Bob, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I'm doing fine here, thanks. Now I see what I'm not doing right in the first corner. Should have gone down to second gear. Yes, sir. Using controller with traction TCS off is hard. Yeah, it can be. Really need to learn to manage your trigger finger, your right trigger finger. I think we're not completely done yet. But yeah, I've got almost an hour to go. But we are shortly jumping out of this. I want to go and rewatch Calster's replay. And now that I'm also tuned in a bit more on where I'm braking, I can just quickly go through some of that or what I'm looking for. In case you missed it, you can take a wider line when you start a new lap. Yeah, good point. That's right. Yeah, if you know that the lap you are currently on is no good anyway, you can try to optimize the upcoming lap. Yeah, good point. Anyway, let's just go and have a brief look at Calster once again. And then I'm going back in myself. Finally, someone on controller like me. I don't also use traction control. I use SimRig, but still playing a controller casually is also super fun. Good stuff. And hello, Elo Kais. I completely messed up your name. I'm just going to call you Elo, then I won't mess that up. But good to see you. And yeah, I'm on controller. And Calster, whose ghost I'm following, is also on controller. And Calster's also has also started streaming and doing content. Definitely worth a watch and a subscribe. But thank you for dropping in here as well. So there's the small orange square, and let's go into my view because that makes a bit more sense. Yeah, so I'm looking for it to be around there, and then I go for the brakes, and my reaction time usually, yeah, and Calster's on the brakes now, usually makes that work. So yeah, up to third, and watch as Calster is also careful on the power, because you've started a sort of a slide as you're rotating the car, so the rear tires are very vulnerable when you try to put down the power, so you really have to ease into it. Now Calster's fully onto the power. It all goes very quickly, but you really need to get that feel for it. And the same goes for this one. This is where I'm trying to brake just before the 100 board. So once the 100 board is around there, I start to aim for the brakes. And do we have some? Yeah, Calster is a bit further ahead. But in fact, I think Calster is braking a tiny bit too late on this one. I'm not going to try, and I'm sure Calster is agreeing with me, because on several runs I've been gaining on the Ghost through the following corner, so braking a bit earlier for that one usually works. But the same goes for this trail braking in, and don't just slam on the power, because the car is still sort of recovering from the rotation, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to ease into it to slowly turn it into clean forward motion, no sideways stuff. And you can see Calster is not even fully on the power until just now, and now it's time to brake a bit again. And all about just try to balance the throttle and make the car move the direction you will. Lift off a bit and the car will steer in a bit more. Once you got the line you can put a bit of power in again, but just make sure not to turn everything into understeer. Fully on the power for a short moment. Now lifting a bit again, because you don't want to go too much towards the right, because then the hairpin will be all messed up. Hard on the brakes. Ooh, Calster's actually losing a bit of first gear. I don't really think it is completely necessary, because you're back up to second so quickly. And really look at that, 50% throttle all the way around. Now trying to, and still a bit of lifting going on there. Don't want that wheel spin. Yeah, now really just a tiny bit of braking, but for a fair long time, and I'm usually braking too hard, and then the car just understeers off towards the right. Now we are coasting and back on the power. And there's something about this corner I'm still trying to understand, but it feels like suddenly somewhere around the middle of this corner, you've suddenly got some camber working in your favorite. This is all understeer, and then I think it's because it's suddenly a bit uphill. It feels like suddenly the car grips, and that's also why Titsney usually points out I'm trying to point at the screen, that Marshall box as an acceleration marker. This is where it feels like the front tire suddenly catches grip. Take care, Morgs. Thank you. I'm just talking all over everything. Yeah, but it's uphill, so suddenly the front tires get some more grip, and you can really feel the front of the car starting to dig in, and then we can get back onto the power. But it's a tricky corner to get right. I am still struggling with it. Now for this one, I'm using, you can see just after the 100 board where the metal barrier turns into a concrete barrier, I'm braking shortly after that. But I'm basically looking for that change in the barrier, and then I hit the brakes, and that usually works. And Calster's on the brakes at that spot as well. Just letting the car, see, put in a bit of power to make the car rotate, but then lifting off again so it just doesn't turn into a full spin. Hey, Pio, good to see you. And now really be careful coming onto the power, because it's so easy to get a big slide going there. This one, it's a bit tricky to find a proper braking marker. Usually in some of the race cars, that post on the inside, which looks like a telephone post or radio post of some sort. That is a good marker. I'm braking somewhere between where the 100-meter board and the orange barrier disappears, and we are getting closer to that post on the inside. And yeah, now we've got the Calster on the brakes as well. And let the car coast a bit. It's downhill, so the car needs some time to settle. This also really requires some patience. Let the car coast around that corner. And this one, everything is off camber, all those corners. But now we try to go as straight as possible here for a moment. And once you are past the curb, it feels like the car sort of lands, if that makes sense. Once you get over here, you suddenly get some grip on the front tires, and that's where Calster is lifting off. And then the car sorts itself out. It's a bit difficult to explain. And this is also really weirdly off camber. So you need to, and you'll see Calster do it as well, start pointing the car towards the inside or before you start braking. Otherwise, you'll just skid off towards the left-hand side. So now pointing the car in the right direction, then putting in a bit of braking. And once again, a lot of patience is needed. Hey, Flash, good to see you. And then it's just out of there. There is that's the one Titsen is always pointing out. We're coming up towards it in a moment. Yeah, but as said, point the car towards the inside before braking, so you don't fly off on the outside. And then there is that orange barrier in the distance, as well as the tarmac strip on the inside. Those are good markers for getting fully on the power. But it varies from car to car. So yeah. Anyway, let's try a bit more. Hey Matt, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And hello to Pio and hello to Flash. I've got 40 minutes left. Let me see if there's more in it. But I hope some of my waffling made a bit of sense. I'm by no means an expert, but I'm trying my best to figure this out as well as a lot of you guys are doing. I like that Melbourne rod metallic. And it's probably not rot as in rotten, it's probably rot as in red in German. Sorry to all the Germans. Oh, a new subscriber and video liked. Thank you very much, Matt, and thank you for showing yourself in the chat, so I know that you're a new face around here. Thank you very much for being here. It's very much appreciated. Let's get up this other fast controller player. And there is P2 in the world, currently P2. Hey, Dan, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Let me try to squeeze the final 40 minutes out of this and see if there's any more in it. Looking for the orange square, but braking before it. I've done better than this. Now just before the 100. Now I need to get into it again. Could have been on the power a bit earlier than that. braking too much. And too late. That one is gone now. Forget about this lap. Let's see what the next one can bring. Okay. That might have been a bit too late. Just about made it work. Oh, that was a short shift. That was not intentional. Trying that bit of first gear, see if it does anything good to me. Earlier on the power this time. Wheel spin and a rev limiter to top it off. Sliding. Ooh. Woohoo! Coffee time. You sent me a friend request. That was why my phone was going off. I am going to accept it very shortly. Did you send to both the Arki74 and the Arki74 underscore YouTube? I will accept them both. Then you can keep. I usually alter a bit on where I'm setting times in races and stuff like that. Thank you guys. Now I would like to see if I can sneak into those magical 202s, but I'm not sure. Let me save that one to begin with. 21st in the world, early doors. You think you can squeeze another 0.2/0.4 seconds off your lap? I'm sure you can. Storm, go for it. And Debo, maybe I said hello to you a while ago. Maybe you were already here, but thank you very much. Let's try a bit more. All right. I will accept them both once I end the stream. You've been in a while. Yeah, I thought so, but suddenly I couldn't remember. And no shame in falling asleep while watching a stream. I've done that many times. Depending on who's streaming, of course. Falling asleep during a Sparks Theory stream, that's a bit of a task. But it can be done. Despite all the wake up shouting. That is not the line for that corner. This is just going to be a warm-up lap. I can feel that already. Because it still makes sense to make sure to get some practice around the final sector, because that is by far the trickiest one of them all. No. This is not good by any means. Am I doing lobbies? No, not really. I am a very casual player. Just trying to sneak on the game whenever I can. The PlayStation is in the middle of our living room, so I have to sort of do it when not disturbing the rest of the family. So I'm very random when it comes to when I'm on the game or not. So doing lobbies have not really been my thing, because it usually has to be at some hours where it makes sense for other people to join in, and those hours are usually not really working with my surroundings here. So I just do the occasional dailies, and then I try to do these time trials. But maybe I should at least try to jump into some more lobbies, because there are a lot of good fun to be had there that I'm missing out of. And I think when it comes to lobbies, the thing I have been having to bail on is when I've been invited to join some league racing, where it's at some set times on certain weekdays in certain time slots, and I could just see I'm not going to be able to make any of those consistently, those time slots, and then I would just be a nuisance to have in that league. So I have usually had to bail on it. But maybe the occasional fun lobbies could be, as said, fun. That's an example of a responsible man. Yeah, almost a 202. More coffee, yeah. I would like to get a 202. It might not be on this stream. Then I will have to go and chase it on my own afterwards. Ooh, that felt decent, at least. Now just before the 100. So we can carry a bit more speed coming out of this one. You can see I am gaining on Calster on that bit. Now I'm just getting a bit too excited. The one corner out of many where Calster is not running away from me. Whoops. Yeah, that lost me some time, that wheel spin. I forgot to go straight up to third. So now I gave myself an upshift in the middle of the acceleration zone. That was not pleasant. The car's gone. Stop. Yeah, I didn't really get the exit this time. I was coming in a bit too hot. I was still working on slowing the car down when Calster was starting to accelerate out of there. Whoops. Whoops. I'll read that in a moment, Matt. Let me just get around these couple of corners. As in many corners now. That didn't really work. I think we have maybe been in a few races together. I recognize your name. Yeah, we might have. If your name is your name on, I can see that when I accept your friend. If your name in the game is sort of similar to your YouTube name, maybe I might remember you. You're heading out to get dinner soon. Thanks, Storm. And I will try my best to get a 202. I might have to post it if I get it as a comment to this stream. I might not get it on this one, but we'll see. I am still trying my best. Bit too narrow line for me. That is making these corners a bit more tricky to get through. A lot of wheel spin. Ooh, that didn't feel very nice. the place. Same name. Ah, okay. Then I actually think I might remember your name as something I've seen. Usually when people have Matt in their name, you start worrying, is that Matt like in a good way or... But yeah, you know what I mean? So it makes you stand out, that's for sure. But I'm sure you are a good racer, so all is good. It's just when I saw the name of the player, and also I think he's also streaming, called Ultra Salty Dan, and he is a very clean and very good driver, but his name really stands out. So that is working, at least. Nope. It's your actual number plate on your car. Very good stuff. Chris Cower got a 205 on your first lap. Thanks for the tips. Good stuff. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to have been able to help. Let me do some of the mistakes for you so you don't have to do them. Just before that square, maybe that was even a tiny bit too, or maybe it's just all right. I almost did the same stupid line as before. I'm carrying on this time. I was too aggressive coming back onto the power there. And sliding too much, too wide there to really find the line without losing too much speed. Salty is a legend, always fast and consistent. Yeah, that's true. That's better. Shot that. Now we are losing coming out of there. Yeah. Got less wheel spin. Yeah, I felt like I was braking a bit too late there. Maybe we can straight line it a bit out of there. Nope, not really. No, that's not how you do this. Nope. Less wheel spin. Okay. Sorry, I'm going a bit quiet now. We are on the final stretch of this stream. There goes my line. Ah, annoying. More coffee. Ah, this hand is starting to tell that it's that it's here and it's feeling the pain. Not like that. Thank you, Stardust, and thank you for hanging out. Very much appreciated. I'll see you next time, or some other time, or in someone else's stream. I'll see you at some point. Okay, let's go. We are getting close to the end here as well. A bit too cautious getting back onto the power because I had the car stopped. I was just hesitating a bit. Awful last part of that lap. No. Hey FMJ, good to see you. You are joining for the final 10 minutes of this stream, but it's good to have you. I did this a bit earlier today than normally because I had to make it fit into the rest of the family's schedule. Almost went off the track there. Oh, getting closer. I was braking too late. That cost me some time. Oh. Sound like Jürgen Klopp. Yeah, I know. Danes speaking English gets very close to people who normally speak German when they speak English. I am well aware of that. Of course, as a Dane, I can easily spot the difference because the Danish accent is often very thick on Danish people speaking English, and it's so I can hear which part of Denmark they are from by the way they are speaking English. But I'm well aware that it also has that German/Austrian feel to it. That was too much. Still just about saved it, kept it on the line at the last minute, but now I'm still messing it up. It's so easy to completely lose the flow through this final sector. If you mess one corner up, then the following 3-4 corners goes as well. Yeah, that final sector was a mess. And it's still a 203.2 despite that mess. Oh, I was trying to save the rear end from stepping out too much. shame. That's turning in too early. Don't want to go over that curb. Starting to lose concentration as I'm also looking at the time, which is actually up now. I am going on a bit further. Yeah, and now I didn't get the car slowed down properly and just went over the crest and off into the horizon, coming into that long right-hander. Okay. Focus, focus, focus. Whoops. Accidental short shift. Didn't mean to press the X button. That's a shame. Lifted too late. Come on, come on, come on. Awful. I'm slowly getting into the loop of just one more final attempt. You made the move to manual last week. Ah, good stuff. To brake. I overshot that. No, 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 no. Whoops. small slide just as I upshifted. Oh, all the lovely understeer from coming downhill there. This is not good. Yeah, much more control with the car. I totally agree. Jesus Christ. Oh, it's just me. Hey, Johnson Smith, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, that was the rev limiter. Sorry, drunk. Okay, fair enough. Thanks a lot. Cutting too much on the inside. And it's really costly going on the grass on the outside there. Ooh, scary. Thanks a lot. Hey, Jon, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Where am I going? And hope you're doing well, Jon. Good to hear. We are really leaning hard towards the final attempt of the stream because first thing, I'm stuck, and second, I need to end very soon anyway. Might have been a bit too late. Yeah. That compromised the exit. Being a bit too greedy on the entry. Getting tons of understeer at the moment. And a bit of oversteer at the very end. Oh, that was an awful exit. We had to wait for a long time to not go off the track. All thumbs, yeah, exactly. I'm on a controller, yeah. Sorry, now I saw that message as well. Oh, that's just awful. Hey, Yield, good to see you. Like number 50, thank you very much. Exactly. And smørbrød waiting at the finish line. Yeah, exactly, FMJ. Okay. And now we've got 25 people watching, and I am unfortunately getting towards the end. I had to stream earlier today to make things fit into the schedule. But thank you, everyone, just the same. Matt, let me answer that in a moment. Let me just try to clear a lap. Whew. Oh, that's not the way to take that. How long have you been practicing this? Just wondering, cause I'd need months to go into the 205s. Well, I've been doing this one this morning. Hey, Chris, good to see you. Yeah, and it's definitely your kind of car, that's for sure. And Yield is on the way out again. Thanks for hanging out. Okay. And yeah, Chris, you entered the stream at the time where I'm normally starting to stream, but I had to start earlier today, so we are getting close to the end of this one, unfortunately. basically at the moment I'm just driving until my wife comes home from work, because it was my plan to get this done before that. Didn't have to deal with me sitting here shouting in the living room once she gets home. Oui. Whew. Oh, so close! So close that it's really annoying, but at least we did get in another small improvement during this stream. Let's keep it going for a bit. That was the rev limiter, that's a shame. Oh, now I'm trying to pushing too hard now. Hey Wolfie, good to see you. Ah, bugger. So close, but not there yet. Let's save this one. So I can get into the 202s. I need a small break now. Now I have been streaming for getting close to 3 hours, I think. And I think I will, yeah, all thumbs, exactly. All thumbs and those two, and they all need a tiny break. So I think I will have to call it a day for the stream. Then I will take a break and get some work done myself, and maybe try this again on a different account and see if I can get it into the 202s on that account, and we'll see. But yeah, that is going to be it. Thank you very much for watching. I have enjoyed your company, and I will most certainly catch you either next time or on someone else's stream. I try to visit as many live streams as possible. So yeah, see you all, and have fun. Take care, and bye-bye.